Hi, Amy. This is Gina North. I'm responding to your post in the DB about the fish. I think you bring out some really important points. I really enjoyed reading your post. You talk about the phenomenology as, and I love this definition, the intentionality of consciousness. And that Creswell and Post point out that consciousness is always directed towards an object, and the reality of an object is inextricably related to one's consciousness. So for me, that means that whatever you study, you didn't have the consciousness, you didn't have that awareness of that either object or phenomena before, but then the more you study it, the more you have it. And so when they say intentionality of consciousness, to me that means that they now intentionally went looking for something, some awareness that they never had before, and now through the study of it, and yes, it should be a lasting study, and it should be a peeled back, dig deep kind of a study. And I think that that's what the authors are talking about here. So the more the student studies the object, the more the student is going to find out about the object, even stuff he wasn't planning on, even the things that might surprise him, that he wasn't even aware that he would get to that awareness. So that brings us to the so what of the study? So why do we study this? I mean, I know we didn't come here to learn about fish, so we came here to learn about how to learn, and then how to apply that learning. The application of that learning is what we're here all about, right? We're here to study something that's extremely complex, and that is the human mind. And so, of course, you're not gonna be able to study that quickly, and you're not gonna be able to study that on a superficial kind of level. And especially if you're doing like relationship counseling, you're gonna be doing two minds, and then the relationship between those two minds. So this kind of research is will lead us to something like that. So I think that you made another really good point about the fish and the student becoming linked through the research experience. And you talk about the student actually got used to the fish. They got used to like the smell of the fish, and I mean maybe it's just dried up and the smell wasn't there anyway. But the point was that he didn't even notice that smell anymore. That he had this relationship with the fish. That he really had this big understanding of the fish, and so the practice of the research has a long can have a long impact of the student. Now I've known other students to study other things, not psychology, that they started out studying something and found the more they researched it, the more they found that they didn't like the topic anymore. It was boring for them, and so they quit. And so I think that when we pick a research topic, of course, I'm hoping we're all going to pick something that we have a passion about. But I also completely understand that you can never take the researcher completely out of the research. I mean, just the fact that that researcher found the topic interesting, he's already in it. He's already got some kind of relationship with that topic. And so to me, it's really going to be difficult to bracket myself and to take myself and my biases out of any kind of research. And so I think you mentioned grounded theory, and that is probably the best one to, if you really want to bracket yourself, because you don't know where you're going. You don't know what your end state is going to be. And so, so I think that's probably the best way to go. So I just wondering what you think about, the researcher and the relationship that they have to their study. And otherwise, great post. I really enjoyed it. Thank you.